there, my name is Monet, and today I have with me Mika. Hi, Mika.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be conducting the functional movement screening, and otherwise known as the FMS. And a few things we're looking for today is to take a look at your balance, your mobility, your quality of movement, and see if there's any discrepancy between your sides. So, are we ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay. Our first movement screening is going to be the deep squat. So Mika, I'm going to have you hold this dowel above your head. As you fully straighten your arms and bring your dowel down to touch the top of your head, we want to see 90-degree bends and elbows. Perfect. Okay, for your squat, you're going to do your best to keep your elbows straight. You're going to keep your chest lifted, proud chest, and your feet are directly underneath your shoulders, shoulder width apart. When you're ready, I'm going to have you, can't give you too many instructions. Shoot your hips back and you want to keep your chest lifted. Our goal is to get deep into a squat. Okay, when you're ready, let me see it. Three. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do, just because we didn't get deep enough, you're going to place your heels up on top of the wooden plank behind you. And I want to see 3 more. That would be the 2. Good job. All right, Mika, our next screening is going to be the hurdle step. So this line has been adjusted to align with the height of your tibial tuberosity. We've already measured that. And I'm going to ask you to hold the dowel behind your head, resting on your shoulders, just underneath your neck. And you're going to start off with your toes touching the plank, okay? I want you to take a big step forward, and we're going to lift the leg over the line. Tap the heel, and stepping backwards to return your foot back to its original position. Can I see 2 more? 1 more. Can I see the other side? Thank you. For the most part, those looked really good. I'm going to give you a 2, just because we want to make sure that as we're stepping forward, we keep the knee pointed forward and we don't touch the stick at all. Great job keeping your balance. I was looking for that also. All right, our next screening is the linear lunge. So Mika, we already measured actually. According to your tibial tuberosity, this is your spacing. So we're going to start off with your front foot, the heel touching the edge of the plank, and your back foot. Your heel is going to line up with this line. Okay, you want to start off with your heel touching the plank, heels all the way down, and we're going to do our best to keep our stick in contact with 3 points on the back of your body. So the back of your head between your scapula, and then your knuckles resting against your sacrum. We want to make sure that we keep all 3 points of contact touching the dowel the entire time. We're going to start off with your left leg forward. And you're going to line up, yes, your toes there. You're going to drop your heel, proud chest, long spine. When you're ready, we're going to drop your right knee down, and then you're going to return to this position every time. Try not to lose contact with the stick when you're ready. Yes, returning your heel every time. 1 more. Okay, can I see the other side? Nice. So I'm watching for a few things. I'm watching for your ability to keep your trunk upright. We're looking at ankle mobility and hip mobility, ankle flexion, hip flexion. 1 more. A little bit of a struggle to keep your balance is okay. I'll give you a 2. Nice. Thank you. All right, Mika, so our next screening is for shoulder mobility, and I'm looking for a few things. I'm looking for shoulder mobility, for scapular mobility, and thoracic mobility, as well as any asymmetries that might appear. So we've already measured the length of your fist. It's about 4 inches. I'm going to have you turn around and face the wall. We're going to take your right arm behind your head, your your left arm behind your back. And we want to try to get your fists as close to each other as we can without arching your back. Okay, we're getting pretty close. We're closer than 4 inches. I'm going to give you a 3. Can I see your other side? And about the same. I'm going to give you a 3 for both sides. All right, Mika, so our next screening is going to be for hip mobility. This is our active straight leg raise. I'm going to have you lay with your palms facing upward. Relax your body. We're locating the midpoint between your hip and your knee. Okay, I'll be right here. And your intention, your goal, is to lift your left leg up to, well, try to get your left leg up as high as you can. Try to keep your knee straight, okay? I'm watching for a few, a little bit like that, but more controlled. I'm watching for a few things. One of them is hip mobility. We're looking for hamstring flexibility and any asymmetries that might appear. So when you're ready, I see your left leg first. Okay. There's a little bit of lifting in your right knee, so come on down. Again. Try to keep the right knee straight, the left knee straight as well. One more time. Okay, and seeing as though we were not able to pass the halfway mark, I'm going to give you 1. Can I see your other side? Okay, I think I'll be a little bit more generous. We'll call that a 2. You were just so close to getting your heel all the way back. Okay, Mika, our next movement screening is for chunk stability, and we're going to be doing a push-up, so I'll somewhat demonstrate, not all the way. We're going to start off with your hands in line with your chin, okay? We're going to keep your spine neutral, and from here you're going to push up into a push-up position. Your goal is to lift your body in one fluid motion. You want to try not to separate your back from your hips. I'm looking for a few things, one of them being core stability, control, and to see if we're able to do it in this position. If not, we'll make some adjustments. So when you're ready, we're going to find that line where your chin is. That's where your hands will be. Your chin, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. With your left, a little bit higher, a little bit higher with your left. There you go. And you're going to find that neutral position for your neck. Forehead toward the mat. And when you're ready, you're going to push up into a push-up position. Nice. Nice. Good. Okay, that's it. Go ahead and take a break. And from here, I want you to push up into kind of a cobra stretch motion. It's our clearing test. And let me know if there's any pain. No, it's okay. Good. I'm going to give you a 1 for this. I'm going to give you a 3 for this one. Okay, Mika, our last movement screening is going to be rotary control, rotary stability. So we're going to be on the ground in a quadruped position, which means hands and knees. I'm looking for a few things, meaning balance, core control, stability, things like that. So I'm going to have you get down onto your hands and knees. We want your hands stacked directly underneath your shoulders, nice long spine, and your knees directly underneath your hips. So you're going to sit your hips back just a little bit more. When you're ready, we're going to start off with lifting your left arm and your left leg. And I want you to try to do your best to make sure you're stable, you're not wobbling, and you're not falling to one side. When you're ready, go for it. Okay, let's make a quick adjustment. Okay, I'm going to have you continue to lift the left arm, but instead you're going to switch to the right leg. So left arm, right leg. There we go. We want to make sure that we're not doing any dumping into our lower back. Keep your back flat. And you're going to bring your elbow and your knee in to touch each other and return to your starting position. Yes. One more time. Can I see your other side? One more time. Good balance. When gonna give you a 2 for this one.